grab a few herbs here. Oh, remember the kitten I rescued ages ago? I was telling you about him in the videos because I heard him in one. Well, when I was heading to the bathroom while I was recording one. Well, he's in now. He's as hungry as a horse. Like, he literally tried to eat a Brussels sprout out of one of the dogs' mouths. I'm not kidding. I wasn't there for it. Mom was the one who saw it. I sleep during the day, and that's when he tried it. It's because I was trying to stay up at night to record these. Even when I don't record, I still try and keep that schedule. How well I succeed depends on day to day, really. Say if I need to do something during the day, or whatever, things get rejigged. But yeah, I didn't get to see it, but apparently, yeah, he was actually trying to eat the Brussels sprout literally out of the dog's mouth. He'll go into the kitchen and raid their dinner bowls. When the dinner bowls are in the kitchen. I think they're presently in the sitting room. He'll actually go in and try and raid them. I love how unbothered he is. Oh, a podling that will try and eat me? Like, seriously. And it's cold. Like, well, not cold. He fears nothing, for he's a mighty level 1. If I was level 1, I would be fearing a stiff breeze. And I just suffered 50 points of damage. And tripped. I have died. I haven't got much use out of this tree at all. I would have just preferred an expanded herb garden. Like, seriously, I got savage feasts. Hello. I'm so badass, my feasts are savage. Like, that's serious. I have no idea what I'm even saying anymore. Oh god, there's something here. I find I've been a little different in my recordings recently. I feel awkward saying what it was, but I've been re-recording a video series recently, and I've been really fucking goofy in it. Yeah, it was a lot of fun re-recording it. Just wasn't happy with my originals. Well, not with the originals themselves. It's just like I think back on a few falling down points I had back through my original recordings, and while not all of them would have burned, those falling down points, I just think, am I getting less ore here this time? And stone? I certainly seem to. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. Anyway, while they aren't all terrible, I still feel, maybe I should just re-record it just to be on the safe side. I have no problem re-releasing them at a later stage, maybe a few years down the line. I can say, here's, whatever recording, like the original recording of Deus Ex Human Revolution, I recorded early on, there you go. I could do something like that. But right now, I'm just like, I feel a little awkward about it. Let's take it out. I've also, as you may have noticed, changed the uploading schedule. There will be an accompanying video, but I'll say it here to give myself something to talk about. I find if I have a dedicated topic in mind, I'm more calmer, and I end up panicking. Did I say something I shouldn't have? Did I sound okay? I'm hyperventilating. I've changed the recording schedule because like I said, editing is fucking boring. It's really, really tiring. So I'm just like, let's space it out a bit. So like one Monday maybe you may get a WoW video. Tuesday you may get something else. like Series B. And on Wednesday, you might go back to WoW or get Series C. It depends on am I doing 3 series at once or what, ultimately. And say if you get Series C, then on Thursday it'll repeat, and it'll keep going like this. Of course, since the week isn't perfectly, even, it'll be a little rough in the fact that, say, on one series may get one more episode than another. I can't really do anything to help that without, say, just, putting, like, say, on Wednesday, putting 2 series or all 3. Then again, if I put all 3, they would all get an extra. Then one would still be getting an extra episode. I think. I haven't really worked the maths out right now. I'm just kind of motor mouthing right now. I tend to think without thinking. Yes, I tend to think without thinking. That makes total sense. No, I tend to talk without thinking, so it makes it awkward to think before I talk. And do maths in my head before I talk. But basically, yeah, I have to just have a look into the system, make sure I'm doing it right. But that's the kind of way I'm planning on doing it. I've seen a few other Let's Players like Halloween or Kakoskia. Kakoskia is a better example. I think Halloween does the same thing, but it's been a while since I've really checked his schedule, so I can't remember. I think he does it though. Both good Let's Players. I advise checking them out. I find Kakoskia tends to, though doesn't always, play older games, while Halloween plays predominantly horror games of any age. I've seen him play by any age. I don't think I've seen him play the really old ones, but I've seen him play, and from Soma that came out sometime last year to Penumbra or an older, like say American McGee's Alice. He's also played Nier, which in its own way is a horror game. Certainly, it's depressing to say the least. It's not a happy game to say the least. To add on to that, as you probably get from calling it a depressive game. It would be concerning if you didn't, notice that part. Oh, it's a depressive game. Does that mean it's happy? Depressive. Can I eat it? Yeah, sure. Let's go toss all these in my thingy over here.
Great to meet you.
A fair bit of cash. 36,000. And 36,406 gold. Let's head to Lion's Watch. I can grab my dailies and my garrison campaign mission. I forgot that existed. I've been kind of off of WoW recently. I kind of want to play it, but the Warlords content just doesn't hold any pull for me. By the time I get around to playing, bringing those alts up to this level, I'm just going to rush through it. Especially the Crimson Fen part. That still haunts me. I remember thinking back to it a while back, and it's still fucking with my mind. You may wonder, oh, what's so bad about it? It just plays on some weird, primal fear or something. It's just the Rim Feast comment and stuff like that. It just messes with my mind. And it's really it's just no. Where's napalm? I'm just gonna burn this place. Quick, someone open a portal to the Vietnam War. They won't miss a few crate tons or a few barrels. Seriously, they used so much napalm in the Vietnam War. Sabaton made a song about it called Into the Fire. That's how much napalm they used. For those who don't know, Sabaton is a metal band. They do, in the original album, they didn't do historical war songs. They came up with stuff. Whatever. But in their later albums, they based it off all historical things. Some of their albums was based off of a journal of a soldier during Stalingrad, from the Battle of Stalingrad. They also did an album by the name of Heroes, which is dedicated to soldiers who have gone above and beyond the Call of Duty, or just particularly interesting. Like there was one song dedicated to the Cobras Fumantes, if I'm pronouncing that right, basically smoking snakes. There was a saying apparently in Brazil that snakes would sooner smoke than the Brazilian Expeditionary Force would see the front lines. This was during World War II. And when the British Expeditionary Force did eventually go to the front lines, a part of them or whatever ended up taking on the name Cobras Fumantes. Again, I'm probably butchering it and I apologize. And 3 of them were actually pretty badass. Apparently they held out against a Nazi force by themselves, just 3 of them. And they fought with such ferocity. They were apparently buried by the people who killed them with a sign reading, "Here lies 3 Brazilian heroes." You got to be a special type of badass for the people who just put a bullet in you to respect you in that way. You kind of you got to be kind of special to earn that, you know. So, yeah. Where's the weekly quest? Maybe she has it? Because normally she doesn't have a question mark over her head. I don't think. She gets it later on, I think. But anyway, they also did a song about the most decorated American soldier. I can't remember his name. It's really cool. Like he's I don't remember, but he also for World War II and won. You know, like I was saying, he's the most decorated American soldier. And they actually have a music video of it for that song. Apparently, when he came back from the war, he suffered quite badly with PTSD. He ended up being a big spokesperson for veterans and them suffering from PTSD. One second. He big spokesperson in support of veterans and those suffering with PTSD, and he like I said, he suffered quite badly with it, and the meds that they had at the time apparently didn't work very well. So he ended up just checking himself into a motel for a week to get himself unaddicted to them. And the music video is actually kind of focuses on that with some flashbacks, I guess, from the context of the video of his war days. He actually starred in a lot of movies. Even I think it meant to be one movie about his career in the war. I remember a friend who was in the Draenor videos. Owen, he was telling me about him before. Still can't remember his name though. Apparently, in the movie dedicated to him, they had to turn some of his feats down. Like he was too much of a badass in real life. People wouldn't believe him if they had it in the movie. Like one story apparently was he jumped on top of a burning tank to use the gun on it because there's some enemies, soldiers advancing on him. Kind of have to be a bit of a badass to jump onto a tank that's on fire. There's a few other songs there as well. Like one guy who and here we have the elusive stump gnome in its natural habitat.
Can I help you?
Apparently, the elusive stump gnome hates demons. Good for it. Anyway, my budget David Attenborough aside, there's one guy. I can't remember his name, but his nickname was the Bull. He apparently charged into combat, he was like a medic or something, and he charged into the line of fire like 11 times or something before he collapsed from exhaustion, dragging 11 in total soldiers back, one each time. Ballad of the Bull, I believe, is that song. Um, and they have a website dedicated to all the historical facts. And sometimes with the albums, they actually have a digital booklet with all the stuff for it. Like for the Carolius Rex album, they had one there. Yeah, it's just really cool because I love history. I'm a bit, as you may notice, I'm kind of into it. So now I'm like, will Blizzard have an issue with me just, talking about history while referencing Sabaton? It's just like, I don't want to be sued. Because would it be considered an advertisement? I don't think so. I'm just simply saying, now I'll kill her. Good to know. Um, it's not an advertisement. I'm just simply saying, here's cool historical things I heard. If you're interested, check them out. I don't mean anything more than that. But now I'm feeling maybe I should edit this out. But it just I really enjoyed the talk there. Hmm. I know. Here, I'll flag the video and let it up to feature me. And by that, I'm going to say fuck it and leave it in. I already swear heavily. Blizzard doesn't want to keep these videos, teen friendly. Though they never clarify about whose standard. By, say, a Puritan standard, these could never be teen friendly. By, other people's standards, anything short from, an incredibly graphic depiction of, rape or blood eagle, is teen friendly. People are strange. The song is right. People are strange, but though it's regardless of whether or not you're a stranger. Yeah, like seriously, they're perpetually bizarre. Um, like seriously, I've spent a lot of my time reading weird people. Half the time, I can't tell are they trolling or sincere, but like a lot of the time, they end up actually rather sincere. Scarily enough. Um, Commander. No, when we started at the very start. Garrison campaign. The Bane of the Bleeding Hollow. The bleeding of the Bleeding Hollow. Bleeding. Bleeding. Commander, now that we've had time to get scouts all over the jungle, we've heard some news near Zet Gol. It appears someone else has a vendetta against the Bleeding Hollow, and it's been hunting them. Their hunters are closing in on the assassin. You know what they say about the enemy of my enemy? We should collect their tracking maps and try and find the killer first. 1 second.